Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is news episode 54. Bitcoin hash rate mysteriously crashed. Binance accredited in ISO IEC 2700 and kicked to shut down their chat app. Anyways, if you're catching this stream live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions, please make sure you leave us a comment below. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Happy Tuesday, I guess. Maybe not so happy for a lot of people. The market kind of crashed, so we did see a significant dump on Bitcoin and the other alts with it. Thank you, Benny, for being here. Yeah, we're ready. Again, if you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe. You hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the description, guys. I don't have any news for the main crypto market. Basically, I just want to get to some charts quickly and then some Bitcoin news. And then look at the Bitcoin chart, right? Because I think everyone wants to look at the charts because what is happening with the market, right? Anyways, let's see what's happening. So let's look at dominance, right? Man, we took a nasty dive on dominance, right? Yesterday. So remember, yesterday closed 2 hours ago. Yesterday lost 13%, 13.02% actually. So from an opening of $246 billion, closing at $200 billion. That's a lot of money we dropped, right? Like, man, seriously, it's a lot of money. Like 32. Wait, no, that was the low. It actually closed at 214.64 billion. Anyways, that's $32 billion that we lost on the market. Right now, we're making some of it back, like 2.39%, which would put us at like 219.7. Right now, 219.79. Yeah, it's moving a little bit. So, anyways, we are sitting at $219 billion, almost 220. But man, was it a nasty fall, right? It all happened in the first or early hours in the morning from that 7 a.m., right? Started dropping and then just didn't stop until like the afternoon, basically. So what is happening with dominance? Bitcoin yesterday actually gained dominance, even though it dropped a lot. 1.39% from an opening of 70.45, closing at 71.42. And right now, losing some dominance, 0.57%, sitting at 71.01% of total market cap, right? Music stopped. That's awkward because it's supposed to... Did it stop? Or is it playing something, man? This is weird. Next track. There we go. This is very soft, right? Anyways, I'll tune these up a little bit more. Yeah, so let's go look at Bitcoin news, right? Anyways, I found this article that says, yeah, music stopped. Thanks, man. Apparently it's playing, but it's very soft. I'm not sure what's wrong with this track. There we go. So it sounds like it's a little bit higher now. It might not be the best track for this. Changing track again. Changing track again. Oh. Maybe this one. Anyways, this article states that the Bitcoin hash rate predicts the price of Bitcoin. Not really sure, man. I mean, this is talking about the price, like this graph, right? Just the graph I wanted to look at for this article. Basically, we have price of Bitcoin from live until like today. And you can see that as the hash rate has increased to being this top line over here, the price of Bitcoin has also risen. I mean, yes, even though here you can see that they've diverged a lot, price of Bitcoin still rose above that, the hash rate, right? Right now, even though it's higher, we still had a drop. Like I said, I'm kind of worried, but not too worried still. There are supports, and there's other stuff that can happen, and we'll talk about it definitely once we get to the chart. Anyways, this is the only part that I wanted to show from this article. Really, the news are going to be short today. I know everyone wants to get to the charts, so we'll do it quickly. Now, this is another article that says that data from CoinDance indicates that the market's network hash rate plummeted yesterday from over 90 million terahashes to 57 million terahashes. Now the flash drop remains unexplained as of press time of the article, and basically they say it's more striking given Bitcoin network's record-breaking string of all new time highs hash rates throughout summer. Now the hash rate of a crypto, for those of you that don't know, refer to it as hashing or computing power, is a parameter that gives a measure of the number of calculations that a given network can perform each second. Again, computing power, more computing power, the more safe the network is, meaning more transactions or more transactions are happening on the network. Not necessarily transactions, but more operations are happening on the network to decode everything, right? Now, as of press time, hash rate was recovered a little bit. So for this article, was at 88 million terahashes. If we look at the chart, and I actually do have that chart, so let me pop it up here in a second. Here we go. You can see that this was yesterday, and it was sitting at like 82 million terahashes, and then right now it's sitting at 79 million terahashes. For today, again, today is just starting, so we would have to wait for this to actually develop a little bit more and see where these hashes go. We didn't drop that much, you could still say that we were in an uptrend of sorts for the hash rates, if you want to look at it that way. So again, if this is an indicator that the price is related to the hash power, then price of Bitcoin should go up. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna go up. There's other stuff happening, like I said, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Anyways, price of Bitcoin, we're talking about dominance, sitting at 8,714, man. Was a nasty fall, almost $1,000. Right now, we have recovered a little bit. I think I was chatting with you, Benny, when we said we might get a pullback, and we did get a pullback and a little bit more. So, again, after falls, you get those pullbacks. You have to consolidate a little bit. We'll look at different stuff right now. Anyways, first, let's look at this chart, right? Where are we on the more macro scale? We broke out of the triangle structure. We said yesterday we were close to dropping. Not necessarily dropping, but breaking out of it. And we actually went on to say that we were not sure if we're going to break to the upside because it wasn't likely, because what we were seeing, it was very weak price action on the top part. We said likely break to the downside. We did get that break to the downside. We were looking for other bullish signs in the other coins, and we talked about like not respecting the islands to get some bullish sign, which was probably not going to play out. Again, and I said, if you want to look for signs that are bullish, those would be it. They likely won't play out. They're going to do what Bitcoin does, and guess what? Bitcoin dropped, and it didn't matter, man. Everyone dropped with it, including, what is that other coin that I listed yesterday? We'll cover it in a later article anyways. So we are still within this downtrend, kind of are sitting at that 50% channel. So between that 50% and 75%, right? In this exchange, we actually went down quite a bit to 7,991. On the other exchange that we look at, we didn't touch the 7,000. We stayed at basically 8,159 before we actually bounced. Right now, like I said, sitting at 8,700. Stuff that could happen, right? On the daily, we don't have anything. We don't have any other low that we could say double bottom. We don't have it going. Maybe if we go on the weekly, we'll find something, right? That's a monthly, but on the weekly, and I doubt it, man. We were making positive momentum. Our previous island of negative momentum would be this one. We would be making 282.33, 280, not 92. So this a little bit higher than this. Again, we are higher, way higher in price. So not really making any kind of divergence. Let's go into the one and the daily, sorry. So no divergence bullish right now developing. No divergence bearish developing on Bitcoin. Sitting low on the other side at 28.31. Certainly on that oversold territory. Negative momentum still developing. And we are sitting above that downsloping channel, being it the 50% line of the other. Like we stated, we have this channel here to represent that other downtrend that we're in. Anyway, stuff that is happening, right? What happened? Well, I traced this resistance because we actually touched it twice, I think. Then we bounced off it on the 4 hour and then on the 1 hour. Anyways, right now we're starting to make a pattern, right? Impulse down, consolidation has to happen. Like I said, consolidation like this would be bearish price action to the downside. Consolidation like this would be, let's say, bullish price action to the upside. But again, I'm not sure we have finished dropping because we had talked about measure moves. We actually have them on this chart, right? And we said if we break to the downside, we can expect to see prices even as low as 4,591. If we take the full measure of that structure, if you want to take a lesser measure from here to here, we would be talking maybe a little bit less on the price, so around 5,300. It's not too much, right, from here to here, then from here to here. So again, we broken down. We are going to hit some areas of support. Right now, we would be hitting that 50% of that fib notes, right? So from low to high, retracing, we just hit 50% retrace. We're actually sitting at that 50% retrace before we actually bounced off it with this new green candle. Let's see where this starts to develop. It's daily. It's a slower scale. I might go up to. You think it's gonna go up to 9,750, man? I'm not sure right now, man. We'll look at it more in detail. Anyways, let's go into the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, man. See, this is what I was talking about. This is not the consolidation that you want to see. Upsloping means bearish and potential price action to the downside. Right now, it's just a second candle. I mean, we could certainly do something like we did before, like here, you know, impulse down. We kind of flagged a little bit before actually impulsed up again. So again, I'm not liking this very much, right? Yesterday we talked about the weakness, right? Not being able to break above that 20 MA, being rejected by it, not being able to make higher prices, that bearish divergence that we had, that bullish divergence that we had, not playing out, not seeing those higher prices that we should. We said it's looking very weak for bullish conditions, potential price action to the downside. We are getting that price action to the downside. 5 people tuned in. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. We are doing analysis for Bitcoin right now. And if you were affected by Bitcoin and you have one of those horror stories, let us know in the chat. And you can share your pains with us, and then we can all chill. Because, yeah, why not, right? Anyways, we are breaking down. We are not making any kind of pattern yet. We're just the second candle going up, you know, starting to negate or neutralize the negative momentum that we're building. That is fine. We are still sitting low on the RSI, on the 4 hours. We have to cool off again. Stuff that can cool us off. If you want to cool off quickly, price action to the upside. If you want to cool off slowly, you'll kind of trail around here for a while, and this will slowly start to reset. And you know, that's it. Anyways, volatility on the Bollinger Bands, needless to say, it's extremely open right now from that large impulse down. You can see but one Bollinger Band is here, the other one's up here, and the 20 MA is way up here, man. So we're very far away from that 20 MA. Anyways, yeah, let's go into the 1 hour. What is happening on the 1 hour, man? Well, on the 1 hour, obviously, we also break down. We were around here last night. Wait. We were around here last night, maybe. Sorry, man. I'm trying to find yesterday night. Here we were. Right around this candle. We were seeing some expansion on the Bollinger Bands. We were still building below at 20 MA. We called it. So potential price action to the downside. We're weak. We touched it again early hours in the morning. Unable to break it. So that dive. And then obviously that much larger dive. Happened most of it on that. This was at 1 p.m. actually. But we started dropping since 6-7, right? So 3 candles, a little bit of indecision, then another 3 candles, 4 candles, and then we're starting to recover a little bit. Like I said, man, we don't want to recover like this. A couple hours ago, I didn't know how I was going to chart this because we had those long wicks. I didn't know if we wanted to use them or ignore them. Right now, I can see that we can use them and actually make that very sharp up-sloping wedge. Again, not really liking this because potentially could break us to the downside even more. So wait and see. You know, we're trying to push price back up, but we are unable to get past around this area of like 8,730. We're gonna go to a regular chart because we have it better there. So we're unable to break above here. Here I found some resistance that I traced later on. We actually touched twice that same point, which was the high of 8,995, 8,995. Unable to get to that 9,000 level, facing rejection, right? and right now, like I said, upsloping consolidation of sorts. From here to here. If you wanted to ignore this, you would go from here to here. Gives a much larger pattern. As you can see in the other chart, we didn't have these long wicks to the upside. So again, this makes it a little bit harder to chart on this chart. So it would be something like this maybe, right? So upsloping, like I said, potentially bearish. So watch out. Yeah, watch out, man. We might not be done with this dumping. We talked about that price move that we can get, right? The measure move. We might not hit all of the measure move, but we certainly can keep on falling. And there's other areas that we can fall to, right? We had support around 8,434 or 8,437. After that, man, our next support would be around 7,500, right? And after that, maybe some support down here, you know, maybe. But we're already within this area that we call also of support, man. We broke through this small area of support that we had. We actually bounced off it once, and then we just broke in, and man, it tore us a new one, right? Here, look, we went into it. We actually rejected it, and I was hoping that it was going to hold. We touched that bottom part of the structure. We said we were very deep into that structure. We're going to break out sometime today, maybe tomorrow, soon. You know, at least we had until October 16th to break, so less than a month, but still broken out of it bearishly and consolidating not in the best way possible. That'll be it for Bitcoin right now, you know. So yeah. So let's go on to Ethereum, yeah, and then we can come back to Bitcoin. I mean, certainly as the stream keeps on going, we can keep on coming back, but we have to move through the news and the other charts as well. So someone else just tuned in. If you're tuning in, hi, thank you for watching. So Ethereum has scaling. Its scaling platform connects upgrades to version 2.0. We had talked about the problems with Ethereum scaling. Someone left. Maybe they didn't like that I switched from Bitcoin. Anyways, connects an infrastructure layer that scales the Ethereum platform. Has upgraded to version 2.0 according to a blog post by the founder Arjun Bufthani. That post was made yesterday. Now the update adds notably supported wallets and promises to make connects faster and easier to use. According to Etherscan, Ethereum is running at close to full capacity and needs to scale fast, right? We talked about that before. We mentioned it was a problem. Now the point of Connect's network is to help Ethereum to process more transactions without actually changing the nature of the Ethereum network itself. That is pretty cool. Let's go on to the Ethereum chart and see what is going on. What is going on with Ethereum on the daily? Well, yesterday, impulse down, same as everyone. Touched that 20 MA. I mean, we don't analyze dominance, but touched that 20 MA and bounce off it. That's pretty cool. Losing 4.76% of dominance right now, gaining 2.05%, sitting at 8.53% of market dominance. Even though we dropped a lot, we kept our dominance in Ethereum. That is pretty cool that we did not drop below that 8%. Anyways, on the Ethereum chart, what is going on? Why do I have so many lines? Well, let's go and look at them closer, right? These being 100% retrace, we did hit it. Actually went deeper than the 100%. Almost touched that bottom part of the channel. We are sitting above that 100% retrace. And from this high to low, we obviously retraced also 100%, right? So on the more major structure, from this high to this low, we just basically retraced back to zero. And then we were going up, and we actually dumped because Bitcoin tanked and took us with it. We talked about that on all the streams, right? Anyways, here on Ethereum on the daily, we didn't hit that oversold. We are sitting at 39 on the RSI. We are making negative momentum. Again, I wish I could say more, but not much going on. Now, we are going back to this area that we were prior to that impulse up that we had. So, I mean, we can say that we didn't lose anything. We didn't make anything up. So whatever you gained, if you were here and you didn't sell, you're just basically back at it again, right? When you got in. So, I mean, that I would count that as a win, right? So right now you're not losing, but you're not winning either. Let's go into the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, we dumped down. We are going up. Watch out for this again. This consolidation is probably not the best to have. We are starting to stagnate on that momentum and sitting low on the RSI. Here we did hit that oversold at 25.98 on the RSI right now. Again, we are not making any divergence right now. We were talking about this one, calling it potential. It had not finished developing. Obviously, I said if we keep on making more negative momentum, it's not going to play out. That's why it didn't play out. And, I do it on the stream as it goes. I usually don't like to call it early because, stuff like this happens, right? But we were talking about it, and we were putting up the possibilities that it could potentially develop. And we said when it was not going to develop, and obviously it ended up not developing. Right? Bitcoin went down, so yeah. What are the news, right, for everyone? All the market is looking the same. Again, that upsloping consolidation that we were talking about. Volatility very open on the Bollinger Bands. Hey, Soka, how's it going, man? Yeah, sitting below 20 MA. About to get across off the MACD over the signal line. Again, that could potentially bring price action to the upside on Ethereum. And I'm hoping that it does because the alts were doing so good prior to... You didn't get that notification, man? Well, yeah, we're always here at 9. And if we are not, we will post it on the Discord when we're running late. And I will try to post something on the Discord as well to notify people that we are live in case the notifications from YouTube fail. But I guess a lot of people are live streaming because Bitcoin crashed, right? Anyways, again, with this, where do we chart it from, right? That is the question, because here we have this small body with very long wicks, almost like a spinning top, but I'm just going to skip that one, go from here to here, and we would be doing the same thing that Bitcoin is doing, right? This would be a little bit more like, something like this. It'll be a little bit more like a channel, like an upsloping channel. We call this like a bear flag. We talked about it. Potential price action to the downside. We are going to hit... what is this? This is a high. This is 786. The 786 on that way back up right now. I would have to redo this, and I'm gonna go to a cleaner chart to look at this. Right, this is not a confirmed low yet, unless we have retraced to that. Sorry, 1 second. I'm charting. Unless we have retraced to a 236. We did from that low of the wick to the high, so we could potentially call this a valid retrace. So this could potentially be a low. Areas of retrace would be that 382, that 618, right, at 199 or 183. We should look at the same for Bitcoin. I didn't do it, but I'm going to do it in a second. If we were to retrace up here, again, could potentially break down to the downside still. This could be one of those like V bounces that we get sometimes, which could be cool. Anyways, Ethereum on the 1 hour, not any longer on that oversold, right? Sitting at 34, high on that soul scale, but not oversold. Like I said, momentum starting to decrease. Might get across of the MACD over the signal line, potentially seeing more price action to the upside. Let's see where this actually takes us, man. I'm gonna go back to that Bitcoin chart real quick because I do want to throw. I want to throw some fibs. And man, do I want to call this the high? I'm gonna call this the high. Should I call this? I'm gonna call this the high, man. From that high to that low, we have retraced also a valid. We've done a valid retrace. If I go to this high, we have also made a valid retrace. I'm gonna call these the local high right now, and then all this is gonna be chopped along the way. So we are retracing. We are hitting that 236. We actually hit it a couple times. Could be a potential. Retrace, right? A valid retrace. Now, if we were to go to this one again, like I said, this one over here, the more immediate one, again, we would be within that 236 on that retrace zone. Same areas would apply, that 382 and that 618. However, since we're making like an upsloping flag, could potentially break down bearishly. Yeah, so it's been said, right? It cannot be unsaid. You've heard it, now you cannot unhear it. Yeah, so what else is going on with the market, man? Let's go look at the Ripple news. Do we have Ripple news? Yeah, we do. I think it's this one. I want to see what they tell this guy today. Because I only found this article. It's actually from yesterday. In all fairness, he did post this yesterday. But he was saying, a guy saying that XRP is going to hit $1 at the end of this month. That's going to be very hard considering the dump that it took today. I mean... I don't want to laugh at him, but I mean, it just seems very unlikely right now. Although XRP is consistently routing to the opposite direction of the community's potential expectations, Ripple Army is betting high on the value of Ripple. Now, one of the members of the Ripple community claims that XRP will hit $1 by the end of September. So we're gonna look at the tweet, man. Is this one right here? XRP. So XRP Bitcoin stated that $1 XRP by the end of September. I'm not sure if this guy was trolling or if he was being serious about it, but a lot of people were commenting. Some guy actually said, I think you're cracked out, bro. You're gonna lose half your followers by October 1st. A lot of people in the XRP community obviously do not believe that it's gonna go that high. So let's see where this goes, right? We do have that swell event coming towards the end of the beginning of October. Sorry, not the end of the month, but the beginning of October, and we might get some surprises, right? Anyways, Ripple on the daily. What is happening with Ripple on the daily, right? Yesterday took a dive. Well, not so much, right? The dominance yesterday made some dominance. Even though it lost a lot, made positive dominance. 0.36% right now, gaining a little bit more. 0.82, 0.95 right now, sitting at 4.73 off market cap. Now let's go look at the price of Ripple. Took that nasty dive, but it didn't dive as nasty as the rest, and that is extremely weird for Ripple because Ripple usually takes the first dive and the hardest one. Now Ripple took a 12.72% dive yesterday. Look, Ethereum, just for comparison, took a dive of 16.9%, so almost 17%, and Bitcoin took a 12% dive, so not so bad for Bitcoin as well. But I mean, Litecoin took a nasty dive as well, right? Bitcoin is regaining some of that, sitting at 24 cents. Not too high, but again, going to its comfortable ground of 25 cents. Again, that's cool. If we were to go up there, we would be where we were previous to this drop. And, I do want to get up there because this is not a very safe zone. There's not a lot of support in this area. Again, where we go from here, it's this much larger zone that I have highlighted, which puts us around that 20 cents to 14 cent mark. And if we drop below that, man, you would really need to look back here at prices of like 3 cents maybe, which would be the next stop, and then like over here at like 1 cent and below. So not looking very good for Ripple right now, but hopefully we can get some rally on the price action and see where we go from here. 7 people tuned in. Thank you for watching, guys. If you are here, comment and let us know what you think. Were you affected by the dump? Were you able to get out? Did you short something? Right? What is going on with you guys? How were you affected? Let me know on the comments. Anyways, yeah, Ripple on the daily, making a nice day. Negative momentum still building, sitting low on the RSI. Also didn't hit that oversold, but sitting low at 38. Again, certainly could keep on dropping if Bitcoin decides to do so, and that wouldn't be very good because then, like I said, we were talking about much lower prices. Even look, I'm gonna go back to the dailies to show something. If we drop that, we will be going even lower than we were all of 2018, right? Look at this. All of 2018, the lowest we got was around here. So 27 cents back here, right? And then this would be 2018, sorry, also. 2019, most of 2019, we have been around that. We are hitting prices off like maybe 2018, and even not so much here, right? We had not dropped below that channel in a while, man. We had not been below that channel since 2017 probably, right? So still 15% down, but you were on seller, right? You stopped your Bitcoin and went on seller, or did you kept your Bitcoin, man? When I was talking to you and I said it was gonna bounce, it would have been a nice place to make a position, because we were just starting to get retrace from here, right? We were like, well, not here on XRP, but on Bitcoin. I think we were around here when we were chatting. So we were starting to bounce back, and I said, look, we're gonna start a retrace, and we were. The retrace was nice during the day. We actually went a little bit higher, and then we ended up dropping again, but we almost retraced to that 9,000 level, right? So anyways, let's keep on doing Ripple. On the Ripple, let's go into the 4-hour, man. Because right now we are developing patterns, so there's not much going on, right? There is no bullish divergence. There is no bearish divergence. We are just developing a new pattern. We are still within this larger island of negative momentum. I'm gonna get rid of all this smaller stuff. I'm gonna actually now that this market just dropped, I'm gonna clear my charts tomorrow and redo them from scratch to have much cleaner stuff, right? Because right now everything got screwed. Everything that we had before got screwed. Well, the only good thing about Ripple is that we actually touched that bottom part of the channel and bounced off it. Right now, immediately what we have, if we keep going up, we're gonna hit some resistance at that mid part of the channel, then hit some resistance at that 25 cents. Maybe this 20 MA is gonna keep on moving down quickly, and we might hit some resistance there as well. Snap, man, what else is going on? I didn't show you this on Ethereum, but I actually trade this much larger channel that we did not have, I think. I'm not sure if we had this channel or not on Ethereum, but anyways, this one is one I traced. I had this one more minor, and then I traced this one a little bit bigger. In this one, we actually did touch that mid part of the channel and bounced off it, meaning that we retraced 100% of the way. Yeah. So actually, no, this is the dump. So what was it? Was I measuring here? No, here I was measuring the retrace earlier on today. See if we were making a valid retrace. We did. I like this channel a little bit better because it was cleaner, and we actually did hit that zero is precisely at that midpoint of the channel, which is where we were bouncing off from on Ethereum. Now onto Ripple. Sorry if it's a little bit more jumpy. There was a lot of action, and I was trying to do a lot of stuff during the day to keep up with the rest of the market because everything was going crazy, right? Anyways, starting to stagnate on momentum, which is good. Hitting oversold, but going back to that neutral zone, sitting at 28.12, still in that oversold. Yeah, not much going on. Again, we are developing a sort of pattern. We're going to see in the 1 hour because in 4 hours it's still far from being clear. And this one, I mean, I'm not sure if it's too small of a pattern still, but, you know, it would potentially be something like this. A symmetrical triangle, which, again, could be bearish or bullish. About to get a cross off the MACD over the signal line, maybe in the next 2 candles or so if the market doesn't keep on dropping. Not sitting at oversold anymore, but sitting at 37 on the RSI, 36 on the RSI, 36.24. And yeah, that's it for Ripple, man. I mean, the whole market is looking the same. It's not very happy day, you know, for a lot of people, man. So at first, when the first drop happened, I thought a lot of positions got liquidated, and then we just kept on dropping, man. And then we see that retrace, right? Anyways, we don't have anything for Litecoin because news for Litecoin apparently have been very scarce lately. So we're just going to go into the chart and look at Litecoin. Litecoin took a nasty hit today. Anyways, Litecoin dominance, losing dominance yesterday, 5.11%. Right now, making a little bit of dominance, 2.36%, sitting at 1.66 off market cap. Litecoin, man, took a 16% dive, 16.5% dive, has not been able to recover. Litecoin has been very weak. We did not touch that bottom part of the channel, but man, has it been just going down, man. And it's, like I said, someone was telling me about Litecoin, man. I said, I wouldn't go into it right now. I'm glad I'm out of Litecoin a while back. Anyways, right now, Litecoin is making a small retrace as well. Still making negative momentum, hitting 30 on the RSI. Actually, Litecoin on the daily did hit that oversold. Right now, it's not oversold. It's high on that sold scale, but not oversold for sure. Let's go into a more micro scale, man. Let's go into a 4 hour. Man, the dive here looks a little bit different than Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin was like all in one shot. Here, it looks like it was done in 2 shots, and then some recovery happening right now. Sitting below at 20 MA, obviously, a lot of volatility open on the Bollinger Bands. Oh, man. Still making negative momentum and sitting low on the RSI at 21.94. Certainly oversold. Again, we have to wait for a pattern to develop, and here the pattern might look different. It is different, and this is actually a more bullish pattern, right? If we go from here to here and here to here, that would be like a fallen wedge. Again, this pattern is bullish, so if Bitcoin doesn't tank and it just kind of flags a little bit more and chills with the market, Litecoin might have a potential breakout to the upside. Especially because in the 4 hours, let me see this, man. 0.08, 0.72. Nah, it is a little bit lower, and we are making more negative momentum. So again, I'm not going to call divergence on this, but it could have developed. Now here it looks like we're getting the bottom part of the bat signal, or the bat sign. Yeah. So look at this, man. Like we just need to make that upper part, right? And then we can call Batman to come and help us with this market. He can probably put a lot of that Bruce Wayne money into it, right? Anyway, sitting low on the RSI at 30.27. Certainly high in that soul scale, almost at oversold. Again, I do like that Litecoin is making this more bullish pattern down here than the rest, right? The rest are making like Ripple is like an indecision. Ethereum and Bitcoin certainly are making like a bear flag of sorts. But again, we have seen us develop a sort of like a flag like here. We were going up, and we should have broken to the upside. We ended up going up again. You know, it just depends on if we develop something on the more micro scales. But yeah, that's it for Litecoin. Let's go on to Binance. So what's happening with Binance, right? Binance actually opened trading for support for Tezos today. Right, they opened 3 trading pairs, which was Tezos to Bitcoin, Tezos to Tether, and Tezos to Binance Coin. And this news is from yesterday, actually, this article. So it was saying that Tezos jumped more than 5%. Shame it was very short-lived, because we're actually going to look at Tezos also, so you guys can see how it just got killed. And it's a shame that Bitcoin just made him. If people invested in it and they were happy because it was going up, man, it certainly got annihilated today. So again, Binance also has been awarded an information security accreditation after meeting standards set out by the International Organization for Standardization, or the ISO. They got accredited on ISO IEC 2007. They were audited by a Norway-based DNVGL and the United Kingdom Accreditation Services. Now, the accreditation makes Binance the first company in the cryptocurrency industry to be verified by DNV and the UKAS. Obtaining the ISO certification is one significant aspect of the security commitment that Binance has with the industry and the community. These are words from Changpeng Zhao, by the way. They will continue to advance on their investments and endeavors in improving cybersecurity and defense. This is certainly good because they obviously had that hack happen a couple months ago, and they are trying to make amends, and having this accreditation for security is definitely good. Now, on to Binance, man. Binance on the daily. Binance took a dive yesterday also on dominance, 5.18% down. Right now, recovering a little bit, 0.58. Man, the market's looking green today, right now, so I mean, that's certainly a little bit better than yesterday, right? Anyways, price of Binance, man, took a nasty dive, 17.53%. Right now, making up a little bit, 2.47, sitting at $16.29. Man, what is happening with this, right? So we took a dive, we touched that bottom part of the channel, so it's valid channel that we were in. Kind of rejected it. Now we are still making negative momentum, and we're sitting at oversold on the RSI 25. I do want to look at the more micro scales. I did not have much time to look at some of the market. Binance is competing against Coinbase. Great for everyone. Yeah, I know. Like, we were talking about that yesterday, right? We were saying that competition between exchanges does certainly bring improvements for clients, though it dilutes the liquidity on the exchanges, meaning there's less money being traded on each exchange. Because think about it. If you have one exchange and 1,000 people trading in it, you have a lot of people, right? But if all of a sudden you have 2 exchanges and then you lose half of your population to that other exchange, then you start getting diluted, right? And the more diluted that you are, the harder it could be to get out of positions. Anyways, we'll keep on looking at this. What is happening in the 4 hours? It seems like, man, I'm going to have to look at the more smaller scale to see what we're doing on the flags. Negative momentum still developing, obviously below that 20 MA with all the coins, right? And sitting high, oversold, on the RSI at 19.25. Man, I do want to look at the more micro scale on the 1 hour and see what's doing. Man, it's just moving sideways, bro. I mean, I'm gonna take it from here, man. Again, like an up-sloping triangle could potentially be bullish, you know, because every time you try to go low, there's more support and more support. Thus, you could potentially break to the upside. Let's see how this goes. I wonder if Coinbase will make a Coinbase coin to compete against Binance, PNB. Maybe. You know who made a coin? Huobi. Huobi made a coin to compete against Binance. Uh, but again, certainly a utility coin for the exchange could be good, right? Because with that coin, you do get benefits of better rates when trading on Binance. Anyways, where is this sitting on the RSI at 24? Still in that oversold, making less negative momentum, right? Still far from making a cross, right, of the MACD over signal line, but could potentially see it play out. I'm gonna go look at Tezos. Man, look at Tezos, right? If people were happy yesterday, this graph looks very choppy. This is a daily, right? If people were happy here that they were making that 5% gain, man, they took a nasty dive today, man. So if anyone got in here today because they were going to list on Binance, fudge. You just got screwed, man. Binance is still up for the year, yes. Binance started at $4, man. It's definitely up for the year. Much better than everyone else. It has certainly been one of the better performing coins in 2019. So, yeah. Crypto winter. Yeah. You mean when we were back here and it was cold and we developed this like U-shaped stuff? Yeah, I remember this. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out what else I can say about Tezos because it just seems, man, it did what everyone else did, right? It dumped, it's bouncing off. I mean, it's wash, rinse, and repeat for everyone. Look at Link, man. Link held up a little bit better than everyone else. It's actually at where it was yesterday prior to closing, man. Congrats to Link and Link holders. They seem to be not as affected by the market as everyone else was, man, for sure. Link actually sitting above that 20 MA, right? Everyone else is sitting below 20 MA. Everyone else is doing horribly. Link went up and touched that upper part of that Bollinger Band. There is contraction on the Bollinger Bands on Link, and I'm glad because that means there could be a move coming. Again, if Bitcoin keeps on tanking, could potentially take this down with it. What else, man? Let's look at Seller, man, because you hold Seller, right? Or you had Seller. This would be Seller on the daily right now. Man, yesterday, look, nasty dive just like everyone else, right? Link has a hype from Google. Yeah, I think so. But still, it is holding better than everyone else, man. Look at Link, man. Not Seller, man. We're looking at Seller. Below at 20 MA, positive momentum decreasing to almost nothing. We lost a viewer, sorry guys. Anyways, peace out, people tuning in. Thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what we do. And if you don't understand it, you can ask us a question, right? Anyways, RSI sitting at 32.01, so high on that sold scale, right? Very low. About to get a cross off that MACD over signal line. We could potentially see another price action to the downside if we do get it. However, it could be a potential rally day, right? Let's go look at the 1 hour and see how we are developing this, man. I'm not liking this because it certainly looks like a sort of bull trap. I mean, it looks like it could go up and then, like, potentially take another nasty dive. It looks like a fishing hook as well, so just watch out for that, right? You like Seller, the project, and you bought at all-time low before today's dump. Yeah, well, man, I'm not sure where this graph goes, but I'm hoping that you are recovering some, bro. Yeah. Yeah, you got wrecked. Yeah, a lot of people got wrecked today, man. Anyways, I do hope that Ripple goes up. Let's look at like XLM, right? Let's look at Stellar. Let's see how those lumens are doing, man. Same thing, right? Man, lumens, dude. This is the 1 hour chart, by the way. So I'm gonna go on the daily real quick, and then I'll go back into the 1 hour, right? So look at this, man. The daily, man. It has not been looking very good for Stellar, right? They had this small pump a couple days ago. It was pretty cool. Everyone was happy. Stellar, one of the best performers, and just like down, man. Not much going on there. Anyways, if we were to trace a channel, we would certainly be back in it, and it would be down sloping, and it would look something like this potentially, right? I'm gonna ignore that long wick there, and go here potentially, here to here. I'm actually gonna trace it from the bottom. I think I can get better contact points. I want to go from here to here. Yeah, something like that, and then here, right? Or here, or here, something like that. Still, I just want to illustrate that we are still within that downsloping channel. If you were to trace something here, it would still play out. Not looking very good for this. If you wanted to look a little bit more bullish, and you could certainly say that it is a kind of, ignoring this upper part, this yellow line, it could be like a downsloping wedge, not very sharp downsloping wedge, but a downsloping wedge nonetheless. And again, could potentially see YouTube price action to the upside, but right now it's not looking very good, man. I mean, this is just wishful thinking, right? I mean, it could be, because it's certainly 2 valid touch points. But bro, it's not looking very, very good, man. The whole market's looking weird. Anyways, someone wanted me to check out a project called GRX. And you thought XLM was reversing because it lost year's gains and it went lower. I think it's overpriced at its larger market cap. Yeah, I mean, XLM, it's like we call it here, the poor man's Ripple. It certainly does try to do the same things that Ripple does, but they have not signed as many partners as Ripple has. And I'm not sure they are as accepted as Ripple is, right? Anyways, I was going to look at something from this. Yeah, so someone wanted me to look at this on Twitter. They posted that I should look at it. Apparently, it's still an ICO. There's no data for it on market, and I'm not really sure what to make of this, man. Apparently, it's like an automatic trading stuff, right? So it ensures that novice would be able to achieve outsized returns without understanding trends, volatility, leverage, margin, shorting, risk, and derivatives. Apparently, you put your money there and they invest it for you. I really don't get how this is a crypto coin, right? Simple automated investment app driven by AI and ML. So it's an app, but it's called GRX. I think they're gonna have their own token. I mean, it's kind of weird. There is no data that backs this as a valid project that actually has real returns yet. So I can look at whatever you guys send me. I have no problem. It's usually better if there are news that back stuff up. I looked for news on this. I didn't find much. This is the only thing that I found. So how could I review it, man? I mean, yes, it is artificial intelligence on blockchain. Is it cool? Yeah, it's cool that there's artificial intelligence on blockchain. Is it a viable project? I'm not sure, man. Because right now there's nothing else. It's still an ICO, and a lot of ICOs have been scams. If it was backed by an exchange like Binance and they were launching it as an like IEO, like initial exchange offering, then it could potentially be more interesting and appealing. But right now, man, I'm not sure, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna go look at more market, man. I mean, guys in Twitter, if you want me to look at stuff, I will. But send me coins that have some information, some charts, or at least some news that we can look at, because just looking at ICOs, I'm not going to analyze an ICO. I'm not going to give my opinion on an ICO. They're risky, yes. Some projects are scams. A lot of people are still scamming on weird ICOs, so I'm not going to go and analyze it. I'm not saying that one is a scam, but again, you know, your mileage may vary. I'm not going to buy into it. You know, that's it. That's as much as I was going to I was actually willing to look at that, right? Anyways, sorry about that. Getting more water. Yeah. Anyways, what else do we want to look at, man? Steam to the US dollar also took a dive, right? Oh man, not looking very good. Cash to the US dollar took a dive, not looking very good. Everything looks the same, right? Yeah, everything looks the same because everything looks like this. What Bitcoin is doing, and we talked about it. Bitcoin is dominating. Everyone else is gonna dance to its tune. No one is independent. Again, sorry about that, but that is the reality of things. Some coins are faring better than others, particularly Link. I mean, I'm not sure. I should read into that project, man. I haven't looked into it. But yeah, let's see if Bitcoin is Bitcoin is not recovering much. Actually, still dropping a little bit more right now. Not very, very good. I'm gonna go into 30 minutes so you can see it, right? Because we certainly passed that 30-minute mark right now. And as you can see, we are still within this upsloping structure, even in 30 minutes, making it valid. Right now, again, this could still go into an upsloping channel, and that would still be upsloping and bearish. Like, it's too little data to have this. This is a 30-minute chart, so it's not very reliable, not as reliable as the more major charts or time frames. But look here, this two are the ones that I was talking about. It's very weird that we actually went here and touched twice before we dumped. Again, Ripple did something really, really cool, man. If you were on Coinbase, right? This is Bitstamp. Look at this. I'm gonna go into the 1 hour. Look at this, right? This was a dump. Then we started to recover a little bit, and it was fine, right? We had a nice recovery. But if you were on Coinbase, man, everything was forgiven, right? Look at that dump, and then look at that recovery, man. You could have at least come out even on Ripple, or at least cancel your position safely, because it bounced back off to almost pre-crash price. And bro, was that cool? If you were able to get out there, you know, it probably was very short-lived. Maybe a lot of people like took their money and run, and that's why you saw these like push to the downside again. And now we're kind of flagging again, like I said. Ripple not looking like the best flag ever. This one's a little bit more violent. If we go here, we get a couple touch points, and then from here to here will be like some like a triangle, right? But it's too short for time scale. In this chart, we did kind of like the same, right? We had those two tops almost at the same level, and then if we go from here to here, again, it would be kind of like making it like a triangle of sorts. That's it, man. I'm trying to look for more stuff, and yeah, you know, still trying to make heads and tails of this market, because right now we are waiting for something to develop, right? Until we develop something, we're not gonna call anything else. I mean, from here to here, there's nothing, man. We're going lower. We are making more negative momentum. No divergence whatsoever. So that's it. Do you guys want to look at something else? Benny, Soka, I know you guys are here. There's still 7 people tuning in. So, I mean, say hi. Ask for a coin. You know, we can look at something. We can look at gold, stocks, silver, whatever, man. We can look at other cryptos. So yeah, so no more recommendations. That's cool, man. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what. I mean, I know what we haven't looked at. We haven't looked at Cardano. ADA to the USD. This one should be good. All right. INS. What's INS? Anyways, Cardano. What's happening? Same thing that everyone else, right? Dropping, man. I mean, the thing is just everything's looked like a snapshot of the previous one, right? Not that I want to make this like say that it's not exciting. I mean, I'm excited that we got movement, but man, I mean, do ignore the wick or not? I mean, if we ignore the wick, then we'll be in like an upsloping channel of sorts. Yeah. Again, like a bear flag, potential price action to the downside on Cardano. And let's look at Tron, TRX, man. Tron to the dollar. Oh, you might be wondering why I look at the dollar and not at Bitcoin pairs or other stuff. Because for me, it's very simple. If you're going to get out of an altcoin that has a US dollar pair, you're probably going to want to get out into a US dollar or another currency and not necessarily want to move into crypto. So for me, if you gain against Bitcoin, you whoop-de-doo, you know. Unless you want to hold more Bitcoin, that's fine. But for me, if I want to get out of a position, I want to get my money back probably because I want to get into something else. So I'm not going to go into Bitcoin, so I'm not going to look at Bitcoin pairs, right? Sorry, guys. I wouldn't do that. Anyways, here, an upsloping wedge. Again, potential price action to the downside if we do break. Tron not looking at as bad as the rest either, but in solar, okay. Yeah. Maybe he's holding more TRX, man. I mean, I don't buy that guy, man. He seems fishy, right? Um, what is Holo doing? You guys remember that coin, Holo? Well, I'm gonna look at it. Hide this to USD, man. At some point in time, I wanted to get into this project, but I'm glad I didn't, man. This is a 1 hour. Let's look at the daily. I'm glad I didn't because when I wanted to get into Holo, it was back here in November, right? And man, I'm glad I didn't get into Holo because look at where it's at right now, right? It's this red line over here. So definitely glad I didn't get into Holo. I would have been screwed. Yeah, although sometimes the USD Tether chart has had weird dumps, and I actually got screwed in a dump on a USD Tether. I can't remember on which chart it was. I'm just gonna look at it and Kraken, man. I think we're gonna be able to see it here. Although it's gonna look very, very sharp real quick. The thing is, it's almost always at $1, right? But at some point in time, I actually jump below $1. For some reason, here it goes up to 400. There's something up with this chart. I'm gonna go look at another one. USD Tether. Where is this to? USD Tether to something. Let's do something here real quick. USD Tether to the dollar. No. This is going to dollar. Where's USD Tether, man? Trying to look for a USD Tether pair real quick. I can't remember where it is, man. But sometime one day the USD Tether dropped to like almost like 80 cents, man, and I had to get out of it because I thought it was also gonna keep on dropping. It actually did drop a little bit more, but then it recovered. You know. But USD Tether does have wild moves to the downside as well, man. I got caught in one once, and that's from experience, and I didn't like it. That's why I don't go into Tether, man. I just look for straight pairs. If you can get out to a regular pair or to a fiat pair, just get out to a fiat pair. Why stay in a crypto pair, right? I mean, for me, I just see it that way since that day, and you know it's worked for me. So, anyways, Holo, I'm glad I didn't get into it because man, I would have been wrecked, man, and. You know, this was when I was looking for like those low investments that you could with $1 you could buy like 1,000 coins, and then you can like if you went to heaven, you know, to like $1 you'll be making a lot of money, right? But you know, nothing has been playing out lately. Yeah, exactly, right? But even if you put it in fiat, the exchange still has the money. The exchange does not have the money until you withdraw from the exchange. So if you put it on Tether, if you put it in a fiat pair, the exchange still holds that money until you withdraw it. So does not necessarily mean the exchange does not have the money. Yeah, so man, what else is going on with this, man? Yeah, that's it, man. I thought there were gonna be a lot more people coming in, like seeking refuge from the big bad crash, and like, you know, oh my god, the world's on fire, Bitcoin's dumping, you know. You're trading against the exchange wallets manipulation, yeah. But you have to look for those arbitrage opportunities sometimes because they're good. Look, it's not a lot, but Look at this USD tether, right? It should be equal to $1, so it's trading at 8,600. And look at this, man. Here it's trading at 8,623. So if it was 1-to-1, you would be $23 richer if you were just like circling your money around. But then the exchange takes fees, and you have to take that into account. Make sure you're actually not losing money, right? Anyways, yeah, like I said, I thought we were gonna have many more people coming in and jumping and trying to make head from tails. Man, I so wish I would have been here when the market was dumping and could have done a live stream. That would have been really, really dope. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it, man. I'm gonna call it a night. Unless you guys want to look at something else. Oh, you shared it? Man, that's pretty cool, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for sharing the video, man. I appreciate it. App coins? Oh, yeah, sure. Which app coins? You want me to look at the website? This one? Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, I'll look at that. APCC. Okay, cool. On Binance. I'm going to look at the dollar calculated by... Man, it's same thing that everyone else, right? Look, man, big dump. Going back up. Have we seen lower prices than this? No, we're actually seeing prices that we had maybe never. At least from the data on this chart, man, we hit it here, right? Once before. So it's not a historically all-time low. On October 28th of 2018, we actually made a lower low. But we certainly seem to be very close to this area of, we could call it support-ish. Still low. I mean, I'm going to do something here. Yeah, no, we're actually, this is much lower. So it's not an all-time low. I thought we were going to look at an all-time low. Anyways, I'm going to zoom into this real quick. Again, a red movement to the upside, making negative momentum. Sitting low on the RSI at 35. And that's the story with everyone, right? Everyone's sitting sold on that RSI. Let's go into the 4 hours. Man, again, making that same kind of hook movement. Momentum starting to stagnate a little bit. Getting out of oversold territory. Sitting at 32.71. So sold, but not oversold. Let's go into the 1 hour and see what's going on. Everyone's sitting below 20 MA, by the way. So that's why I'm not saying it, right? If you see below that line, it's below the 20 MA. And everyone's doing the same thing. Oh, man, this is not good. Sometimes, huh? Not always, but sometimes these things does this. And then it goes like that. So watch out. Watch out for this. Again, right now, it would be something like this right now, but you know, certainly getting that curvature that could happen. Anyways, momentum starting to stagnate, about to get across off the MACD over signal line. That could be potentially good, make some positive price action. See a nice green bar going up, could potentially hit that 20 MA, and again sitting low on the RSI at 35.18. And let's look at Skycoin. You know, yeah, here we go. Trading B. I was going to ask you what the ticker was for that. Oh, man, a little bit better recovery, man. Right? Worst loser. Bro, it's having better recovery than everyone else. Yeah, it has been going down for a while. And yesterday, it just kind of like did one of these, like, not quite a spinning top, but almost like a spinning top, right? So it recovered nicely. Open up. Almost undid everything that it lost yesterday. It actually went higher than that. So you're actually on your high. You got to the price of 2 days ago, right? Of that opening price of 2 days ago. I mean, it's not 53 cents. It's not a cheap coin. It's more expensive than Ripple for sure. I'm not sure what this project does, man. I haven't looked at them. So see in the 4 hours what's happening. Right, we get 1, 2. We might get another bar happening. Having trouble breaking above that 20 MA. Right, that negative momentum starting to stagnate. Sitting at 50 on the RSI, almost 49.99. Skygon had corruption and dumped. Okay, yeah, man. I mean, I look at it farther back, but right now it recovered nice. That's what I'm looking at right now, right? So, look at this, man. It's recovering very nicely, man. Touching that 20 MA, being rejected by it, making positive momentum, getting across of the MACD over signal line, sitting at 51. Certainly looking much better than everyone else on recovery, although it started dumping a little bit earlier than everyone else, right? It had like a height up here. I'm gonna go look at the weekly scale. Bro, that's a nasty dive. If it started at $46, I'm not sure if this chart has the whole data. I'm not sure when this came into market, but this is May 2018. And if this is it, bro, man, that is a nasty dive it took from $48 all the way to 53 cents. Probably not looking very good, man. This data might be wrong, man. It's really weird to look at something like this. Anyways, I'm more interested on the daily now. Let's look at the daily and see how it behaved. I mean, this could happen. You know, this is the hook I was talking about, right? Look at this hook. It's like a bull trap, right? It looks like you're going to get a price action reversal to the upside. You end up developing something. I'm not going to look at it here because there's no stuff on the histogram and no more stuff on the RSI. But again, you could get these kind of hooks and then dump again, right? So watch out for those ones, right? And we were seeing it with someone. I can't remember. One of the coins had it, and we said, watch out for a bear trap. Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I'm gonna get rid of this one, and yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this one and this one as well. Yeah. Anyways, so what happened with the rest of the stuff, right? Some of the money flew out of here. Where did it go to? Well, it certainly didn't go to silver because silver also lost. Actually made a little bit, but right now losing a little bit. And gold is doing the same thing, right? Actually, gold gained a little bit more. So maybe money went out of crypto into gold, right? And stocks or bonds or something else. Yeah. This nice shift in momentum. I like it when it looks like this curve, man. It's beautiful. It's like very nice curve. Again, we would need to break above here, and then potentially we could make a smaller one and make like a cup and handle type of thing, and then run to the upside. But right now, this is looking pretty good on gold. Right, touching that 336, starting to retrace almost all the way back to 100%. If I was gonna make this high to low and call this a low, we would certainly be retracing more than 50% of the way. Yeah, that'll be it, man. I thought we were gonna have more people, man. There's this guy who used to come here, Sean Christian and Sarah Elizabeth, and I think there were some of the few people that actually started commenting. They're very active, and then they just kind of like disappeared. So it's kind of weird. I'm not sure where they have gone to, but I hope they come back sometime as well because they do chat a lot and it's fun as well. When you guys chat, it just makes it much more interesting when there's stuff going on. It makes it more engaging for me, certainly. And hopefully for you that you're seeing that your questions are being answered. So again, comments and stuff like that is pretty good. Anyways, guys, I'm just gonna call it a night, bro. It's right now all the hype of the drop apparently seems to die out, and not a lot of people tuning in. Yeah, Bitcoin not looking very hot, right? Let's look at the 1 hour and see where we're at. We are still within this structure, right? So starting to go up a little bit on it. So let's see where this takes us, man. I mean, like I said, this is usually bearish price action to a downside. Oh yeah, man, no problem, man. Thanks for supporting, bro. Actually, no, man. If you look at other streams when Sean Christian's here, he chats a lot, but it's good, man. I mean, I don't mind it. and usually having chat just makes it much more fun. Certainly more engaging for me, like I said, and changes the dynamic of the stream for sure. And makes it more interesting, I guess, for everyone else because people also want to see other stuff, right? So certainly make it really really cool. Anyways, that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Again, happy Tuesday, I guess. If you're not in too much pain from that drop of the market, and if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, show this video to someone else, and help us grow this community and get it going. I do know that you help us a lot, Benny, with posts on Twitter and pushing the videos, and that's pretty cool. I really appreciate it, bro. Yeah, anyways, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow, I guess.
Jam.